I just like the idea of a Jason and Ezreal standing next to a Lux, who hits a light binding, and someone dies.
This is definitely a very scary poke comp that still has a very beefy mid-range.
That can get things done in the early game like we've wanted of him in summer. See how it goes as we get into game 1. SKT fans definitely in full voice, but Sandbox fans also...
Yeah, we'll go with interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good way of doing
All right.
it. I'm slightly perplexed as well. But Sandbox will transition this one into a very easy... Infernal Jace, no teleport, walking back to lane. This could just be the turret going down. Onfleek going to have to give up on his Krug camp in order to come in here and stop Shelly from obliterating the top lane.
And that should be another... Oh, doesn't look like it.
Down, but that is a flash used from Marta that Sandbox might be able to utilize. As Summit really struggling here against Khan, but evens out the trade.
Yeah.
As it concludes.
He gets quite a bit of pushback against the Aatrox right there, as it was looking like Khan was going to dominate that entire trade.
What about the power of Ezreal and what he does for these sort of compositions with the fact that he can sit in the mid lane and just be really comfortable? Weaver's Wall coming in. Klid's looking for another one. Good knock up there onto Joker. Takes the second Q from Khan, but Khan gets turned on. Has to go golden. No reset just yet. Lightbind. Sorry, Final Spark comes in, but it's not enough. First kill goes over to Teddy as Khan is looking to go home. Might have a teleport available to come back, but that's 1-for-1 in the end. Both junglers are dead.
Here's the problem, is how do you resist the rain of arrows that are just constantly shot down at you without your primary engage tools? Everyone is actually just a sitting duck.
Yeah.
It becomes a big game of dodgeball.
And you saw Sandbox are looking to turn, most likely. They just want to bring SKT to them. Klid, is he going to start another weird fight?
This has been the downfall of many teams.
Okay, Weaver's Wall to bring Faker in, but the Baron does fall down. Flash immediately from Summit, but he's over the Weaver's Wall. Cataclysm actually is what gets them out of there, as the Jarvan is going to fall immediately. Teddy with the Blade Caller! Gigantic play into the backline as Khan now has the reset on the World Ender, and SKT dive on top of Sandbox. Better late than never when it comes to the engage.
And so
more than Ghost has. Onfleek gonna get knocked up as there's the seismic shove we've been waiting for. Faker throws out another one, but Onfleek gets out with his flash. Now, fights on other fronts. Faker looking for even more as the Weaver's Wall was jumped off of, and Sandbox just seem to have more members on the map right now. Ghost is making sure Teddy can't even get over towards his own inner turret, and the W is going to explode. That's going to be another tower falling down. Time as that top lane inner as well, and SKT are gonna take a Cloud Drake.
No. Chance increase that Cloud Dragon's gonna do when they're totally on the defensive.
And it accelerates the Elder Drake.
Elder's coming now. Why did you take it?
They maybe were trying to force another Drake, but they were too slow. In the meantime, this tower is just going to fall down. You can see the siege potential of these 3 members of Sandbox. Okay, in goes Klid. It's another Cataclysm, but I think it's cataclysmic for SKT. He's going to go down for nothing. And now SKT, I don't think they can actually defend this inhibitor. Sandbox have played so slow and steady, so against their normal play style, but SKT have had absolutely no answer to it.
Yeah, they're getting...
As well, in 2.5 minutes from now, SKT will have an impossible choice to make.
Yeah.
As Armada, he's going to dive on forward. No one gets knocked up. It's a decent charm. Weaver's Wall is going to push them into the back line. That's going to be GA popped immediately, but Sandbox just have way too much to go on. Ghost is alive in the back line. Somehow is Teddy against the world. It's been the case so many different times. Realm Warp, though, is going to close the distance. Everyone trying to kill Teddy. He survives for so long, and now Sandbox will have to go back to try and find themselves a Baron. There's Onfleek. He had the counter-strike, and that is going to be that. Almost the ace, but I believe Klid respawned in time.
He does end up respawning, but that's going to be all that she wrote here in game number 1. So, SK Telecom, they lost on blue side, Atlas.
They did.
I think that's it.
It's unfortunate.
Just go to a winner's interview, right?
Yeah. This was the side that they were able to win on in the past, but Sandbox, they're able to mix it up. It sort of just depends on how things go. Sandbox Gaming are going to pick up the win over SKT in a very slow game.
SK Telecom drafting. Sandbox, once again, they have very long range. They have a lot of poke. And they have the mid-rangey kind jump into the game. Let's hear from the fans how they're feeling.
Well, there are some really passionate Sandbox fans, but there are just a hell of a lot of personas playing.
Yeah, that is
default music for us right now is Dove. Gonna get stunned. That's an immediate cleanse, understanding that the Elise was in the area. Good vision available.
Sure could come up for On Fleek. He has the items necessary to actually solo it.
Okay, Ghost is gonna get dived on. Song of Celerity gets him out of the way. That's a boomerang blade from Teddy, but Ghost only gets hit by one portion of that damage.
And Ghost into believing.
Okay, Hextech Ultimatum down in the mid lane. Faker trying to keep Dove there. Uses Seismic Shove just basically as a way to try and zone. Does have to flash, does get out. Faker's going to win that one. Glacial Fissure down, that's a dead Sona. First Blood going over to Clid as Teddy trying to tank up this turret. They can see Joker is so easy to take down, and Clid grabs his second. Effort is going to heal, but that's just to make sure that SKT secure everything they want.
And divert his path into the right-hand side into a gank, because the enemy jungler can't be there then at that point. He was drawn mid lane, they're able to pick up the kill onto Ghost and Joker, and they convert it into an Infernal Drake.
Yeah, exactly. Just hanging out. Can't see where On Fleek is. Now he knows that there are 4 members topside. You can see all 5 members of Sandbox here as he moves back down to this outer turret bot side. Shelly's going to charge on forward. It's 3 versus 4, and we've got a lot of poke available for Sandbox. You see Summit, you can just throw out those EQs off cooldown, as that's 3 plates that are going to go down. Now Faker not going to get hit by the Seismic Shove. In hand, however.
Sandbox have all the priority, but teleport available on Faker. Summit's here as well. That's a big chunk onto Clid.
Yeah, it's a huge shock blast. Clid, I don't know whether he can actually get in here. Cocoon is going to land, but it's only onto the Tahm Kench. Ultimate flies forward from Effort. Look at the AoE into this pit. Goes so low, flashes over the wall, but Faker denies anything. He's going to go down before Joker even falls. And now, over the wall, not enough, as the Audacious charge a little bit too late to come off cooldown. Summit dives on top of Clid, immediately transitions over to Effort, who flashes, gets back over the wall, and that's why we subbed this man in. The young man mechanics from the SKT support. Not so much for Clid there, as Summit just dives on him. A really exciting team fight on both sides. I'm not entirely sure who won.
They gotta be a little bit careful. This is a Jace. He can definitely blow you to pieces. If he gets an execute, that's a really big thing, but Braum should be able to get the experience. Oh, never mind. Coon. That's what their team composition is going to end up being degraded to as this game crawls on.
Crescendo lands into the mid lane. Teddy does have a spell shield, but not enough. Ghost is going to survive as well as Summit turns up in the nick of time. It's the Tahm Kench that grabs the kill. I'm excited about that. Thomas deserves everything that he can get. 3,000 gold, still the lead for SK.
Which is typically sometimes one of the weaknesses of Sona team comps.
Interested in what this Forbidden Idol is going to turn into, as there's the Weaver's Wall just to get SKT out of the way, but Effort was there, standing ready. That's a great Seismic Shove as Effort is going to die. Underneath the turret, Teddy teleports back in. The minion wave was dealt with earlier, but that's another quick pick. And Summit, so much time bought for him to push underneath this turret. Faker now looking to try and get him, but he's just so quick. Hextech Ultimatum, no opportunity to even use it, as on Sandbox's time though. This is when Sandbox plays their best League of Legends, is when they can get out of the laning phase and start moving around with their power, start really flexing their muscles on the Rift when there are still outer turrets, things like that still available, and the game hasn't been controlled. Clip. I didn't actually see, I saw the animation of the ultimate come out, but not her do a wind-up, which is a lot of what gives you the idea. Tower falls down, though, as SKT are able to brute force that one.
And so there's no... Oh, man, are they going to go for a Baron bait?
In a Baron pit is actually a hell of a lot of extra on-hit damage.
Holy!
Look at this thing melt. Infernal Drake and Mountain, it's down to half health as SKT. They're realm warping over Dove. His wall gets completely built. Effort can't get over. The Baron is going to get taken down. We know it's going to be a 50-50. Oh, Clid! Just going to take it down. Joker, remember, did not have the smite. That is going to be secured by the Tahm Kench regardless. And Sandbox have done it again. 20 minutes on the clock, and they just steal a Baron.
They just stole it right under their noses. The Mountain Dragon coming into effect right there as well. Surely helping them get everything sped up. And now... SKT, they have Rise and Sivir. They're not horrible at resisting Baron. They are, though, at 22.5 minutes. The champions don't have the items.
Okay, Joker, Grey Health's going to be eaten very early. Seismic Shove moves over to the side. Ghost trying to defend these inhibitor turrets as Faker off to the side. Wants to find that flank. Wants to find that ultimate. But that's just an inhibitor turret dead. SKT needs to pull a trigger of some kind sooner rather than later.
They need to just wait. Right now, Baron is going to dissipate. And
that has the Sona and now a 3,000 gold lead. That's very scary for SKT fans.
Ahead of level. The junglers are actually tied.
Teddy's
Khan is
2
down.
levels ahead.
Teddy's 2 levels ahead. This is something that can happen.
Oh,
okay.
cleared, caught out of position. Doesn't go down immediately, but eventually he's just taken before any response can be made. Khan flashes defensively. Sandbox with their Sona composition, 5 members all together. And Faker, he had to go back. Cleared now, no jungler on the map. That should be a pretty free Baron here for Sandbox unless SKT can make something heroic happen.
They're going to need to pull a miracle.
Yeah, Seismic Shove's going to go wide. They are turning. Half health bar onto Khan. Lots of low health bars. In fact, Faker, the healthiest member of SKT. You can see this Baron is melting at the hands of Sandbox. And SKT realize there is no way they can do anything about it.
Live and endure this Baron push, which, as I mentioned before, Ryze and Sivir are okay at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Faker's looking for the all-in. There's the ultimatum. That's immediately the devour from Joker to keep that Sona alive. About half health now as the crescendo is to follow up. They went for the YOLO play, but it straight up didn't work. Everyone dying. Teddy, the last man standing. It might be a quadra kill for Summit as Sona ends up falling down off the back end. Teddy does need to be respected.
It's always Teddy at the end.
Yep, On Fleet going to go down very, very low. In fact, his GA has been popped as Dove turns up, misses another ability. Come on, Sandbox. Let's take some turrets and not press our advantage too far.
Yeah.
15 seconds on Clid and effort. As Teddy does have so much wave clear. Now looking for to 1v4. He is going to get taken down to his GA, and the Nexus turrets are going to erupt. Teddy gets one more, but it's Joker, On Fleek, and Dove, and they should have enough damage to take down this Nexus at 31 minutes. The Weaver's Wall comes in to try and help it out, but no, the last auto attack will do it. 32 minutes on the clock, and Sandbox 2-0 SKT.
And that was a really weird team fight at